Alright guys, so this morning, and I didn't think I would pull anything important. I had one shard and a dream, and I pulled probably one of the top 5, if not just say top 2 epic champions in the game. What's up guys, this is your boy Russian with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So, we are in our free-to-play account right now. Just so you guys know, we're on level 27. Okay, and I just pulled probably, if not the best, one of the 2 or maybe even, let me allow, 5 best champions in the game for epics. And you would almost say that in certain situations, would probably one of the best top 5 in all around the game. If you're looking for a sign to get a fresh start in raids and become a part of my squad, this is it. Click my link in the description and get a free Karato as well as 3 more epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium and Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch raids and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champion. This is your chance to get Karato for free as well as Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress your accounting rate. So click on my link right now and claim them. So before I show you guys, let's just show you guys where the account is right now. So there are some areas when you're free to play, you're always gonna struggle until you pull that game-changing champion. Okay, there's no way around it. Free to play life is a hard life, as you guys know. But you always find solutions, right? So as of right now, yes, I can do stage 15, which is big, let's be honest, on Dragon, and the most because Dragon, up to like mid-game, or even at sometimes, like, you know, when you get like to the end game, it is one of the only dungeons you really care about farming. The only difference is up to like mid to end game, there are some of those artifacts you're gonna use more than others, okay? End game, you're probably gonna focus more on speed, maybe some accuracy, and avenging, stalwart, but not the others. But up to mid game, you really need that life steal, okay? I don't use life steal as much anymore on the end game on my main account, but it's something that is very important in most early game. Alright, so level 15, not a bad place to farm. Minotaur, not yet on 15, but I will be in the next few days. What it means, I don't have to use gems to actually buy my masteries after that. Ice Golem, not too much of a focus. Stage 13, pretty much just going as far as I need to, because let's be honest, those artifacts, for the most part, you don't really care about them. Fire Knight, stage 10, not too bad at this point of the game. Okay, I do need certain champions to be able to advance higher, even rare champions like Life Taker, for example. So right now, kind of still on hold, plus the amount of 6-star champions I have at this point is not the greatest, okay? So I have a good part. Cold Heart's going up there. Her gear, not still the best, but pretty decent for where she is. Probably gonna work on getting Rector Draft to 6-star next, to be able to keep my team alive a little bit more, and then probably Armor. That doesn't have gear yet, okay? Now, as I was saying, one of the main things I feel, there are some champions that I believe have less of a chance to be pulled than others. And you guys know, a lot of times, like Cold Heart, for example, you pull 100 shards and sometimes not even a Cold Heart come in, but you have other epic champions that you get dozens of them. Okay, so not epic champions, void champions. So that's usually an issue. So when you pull one of the top ones in a fairly brand new account, that's big. So let's talk about who I pulled. So let's go to champions, and the person I pulled is Godseeker Neri. So if you guys don't know Godseeker, on her A1, she has attacks one enemy, heals the ally with the lowest HP by 5% of their max HP. Cannot heal this champion. On the A2, attacks all enemies, heal all allies by 15% of their max HP, then decrease the duration of all buffs and all allies by 1 turn, and increase the duration of all buffs and all allies by 1 turn. So, buff extender, awesome. Not many champions that actually can do that. And then on the A3, revives a dead ally with 50% HP then fills their turn meter by 50% and resets the cooldowns on all their skills. So if you have 2 revivers, a lot of times one of the revivers die, she revives it. Now the skills are reset, and that one can revive the other champions. So it's pretty much how you set up your team. That usually helps a lot. And then Guardian Angel, passive, increases the amount of healing allies receive by 10%. If an ally is about to get killed by a fatal hit, preempts that hit and instantly place a revive on that buff on them for 1 turn before the damage is taken. So auto revive. Now this doesn't reset the skills. Plus you can book down to 4 turns. Usually, and Godseeker is great. In the most, if you have Ninja, well, I don't have this account, I'm not gonna have, you know how it is with Ninja. That would allow me to pretty much just run both of them, send Devil, all the way up. Okay, so great to pull her. That will allow me to start moving up in dungeons a lot, because now I have Rector Draft that can place a lot of buffs, also revive, and I have her to make sure the whole team stays alive up to the end. So massive pull, very excited. But it does bring me some issues. Like, for example, talked to some people in the last few days on Discord and everything. One of the main issues people have is, for example, right? One of the best epics in the game as well. But you can spend a whole year pulling shards. Okay, playing the game consistently. I'm not saying playing to a level like content creators that play every single day, hours a day, but playing consistent, pulling shards, and not be able to pull Geomancer. Same thing goes with Godseeker. In my main account, it took me probably over a year, and I believe the first Godseeker I pulled, because now I have more than one, even so I think I have only 2. Godseeker, when I pulled her, I believe that was a guaranteed champion. It was 24 or 40 void shards for me to be able to pull her. So kind of doesn't make sense, right? I have so many champions in the game, and somehow you cannot pull a Godseeker, but you pull 10 of other epic void champions. So same thing with Geomancer. I feel like if you're lucky, you pull early in the game, and then you pull multiple ones. Geomancer took forever for me to pull, and now I have a +4 Geo, okay? After I pulled him, I pulled more of him. I guess that's how the game works. So where am I going to take the account right now? All right, the free-to-play. Free-to-play account, I think my focus right now gonna be getting Rector up. I'm actually hold Rector on 50 and try to get Godseeker first to 6-star, because she'll help me move up in dungeons. And as soon as I can get close to stage 15 or stage 20 in every single dungeon, then I'm gonna have to start farming, okay? Because at this point, one of the things that is holding a lot of my teams to be able to progress faster, it has been gear. Because as of right now, as you guys see, crit rate's very close to 100%, but my crit damage is still low. And I'm gonna have to farm Spider to be able to get some crit damage in here. There are many areas I need to be working on, okay? Don't take me wrong, I have a great reviver as Udex, but I still feel, even with him, Godseeker's still better in a lot of situations, okay? So she may help me more to move up than actually Arthur. Now Arthur does bring, as you guys know, plus he was a free champion, so 0 complaints on that, but he does have a aura for arena battles for 25%. Well, let's be honest guys, since I did not pick Wukong, it's kind of a problem. That's one thing that holds me a lot in arena right now, is gaining that speed battle, okay? Because the moment I start getting nuked, the moment I start losing my champions, it's very hard to pick up. Also because a lot of people have Supreme Galaxy, so if he nukes me first, even if I nuke him after, he'll use his A2 secondarily, and if I only have 1 or 2 champions, I'm done. So things to work in the account, because as of right now, arena, as you guys see, it's kind of like it's being hard to move from Silver 3. Don't take me wrong, still level 47, still a lot to work on, but it's pretty much doesn't matter if I get to Silver 4, it only lasts a couple of days, and eventually, if I'm not grinding really hard on this account, I start losing. And as you guys know, I'm doing the 5th miler in a couple of days, so right now I have a lot of things that I need to focus on, so kind of make it a little bit hard, okay? And honestly, I'm trying to play this account more like I would play. Now, one of the things I usually tell you guys to avoid doing, and I have been doing a lot on this account, and I usually will do until around level 50, because by that point, usually I'm able to farm far enough. I already have kind of a main team for most areas, and it is I will open pretty much every shard that comes to me. After level 50, if I feel I have the champs I need, and right now with Godseeker, for example, it is a thing, that's when I start to save my shards and start thinking about going into fusions, okay? But let's be honest, for you to go to fusions, you should be farming a certain level. You should have to be able to come to the Doom Tower and move up far enough to be able to get the resources, to be able to get a couple of those shards, so you can actually build enough of a supply for the fusions. Same thing, you should be able to be getting on the clan boss at least to Nightmare. Even if you're 4-key in Nightmare, you kind of need to be around there, okay? Only because you will not really be getting much from Brute. Let's be honest, you do have a chance to get some Void Shards in here, but the chance is very, very low. Now, when you start getting to Nightmare, and yes, even if the chance is still low, you may be able to get Sacreds, you may be able to get Voids, and you may be able to get Ancient Shards. So, raise your chance to be able to complete Fusion, because if you don't have Shards, when you get to any Shard pulling event, you're pretty much done, okay? I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying it becomes very hard and stressful. The amount of hours you have to spend to try to get to this point, sometimes not worth it. Alright, so yeah guys, what do you guys think about me pulling Godseeker? Do you guys think there's any other way you usually would use a free to play? Should I be saving my shards already for the next fusion? Well, not this one, but the following fusion. What do you guys think you would be doing any different? Or do you have any questions? Let me know in the comments. Really appreciate you guys being here. And as always, I'll see you in the game.